Wrestling. Dave Brown right along ringside, ready to go with another big day of championship wrestling, David.
I tell you, opening match today, single match, we'll have Brickhouse Brown in here. Then we will have Rocky Johnson and superstar Bill Dundee in a tag team match. A little bit later on, you'll be looking at Spike and Spot, the Moondogs. Jeff Jarrett will be here, and we'll introduce you to the Nasty Boys.
I'm afraid you were going to say that. Yeah, right here today, we'll be seeing the Nasty Boys. Hey, in addition to that, we've got a super videotape of a match that took place that involved Tanaka and Diamond and Rocky Johnson and Bill Dundee. An interesting sidelight to that I think you'll be interested in seeing a little bit later on. In addition to that, I want to give you the first word about the big super tour that's coming here in August. Yowza. We're going to be having the world champion in here. We'll have the world tag champions here. It's going to be quite a program, and we're going to be telling you more about it as time gets closer to it. That'll be coming up in August, the World Super Tour, and we're looking forward to telling you about that. Hey, I guess we better get on it. We've got plenty of action to go, and we'll take time out now. Be back in a moment. To go with action. We'll be having the, well, I was going to say the Southern Heavyweight Champ. I don't know whether you got the big news or not, but I think you will now. There's the music, and coming out is Brickhouse Brown. Hey, what is the music? Are you trying to imitate Lawler? Is that what you're trying to do?
Imitate? Let me tell you something right now. I was cool in Sunday school. I was doing this long before Lawler even had a clue how to be what's happening. You understand what I'm talking about, Les Russell?
I hear what you're saying, yeah.
Okay, now, thing that I want to talk about, the current event of professional wrestling. The newest sensation in the nation, baby, the Fox That Rocks. I like it nasty, and I like it rough, and I don't stop till I get enough. Tell the people what's happening, baby.
Well, you're sitting here with a king's crown, and that obviously is not all of his that you have.
That's right, baby. You looking at the brand new, shiny, black Southern Heavyweight Champion. You understand what I'm talking about, people?
That is the truth. The AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion, Brickhouse Brown.
That's right. And let me tell you something right now. You see what, King Redneck, what's happening right now? I took your pride and your honor when I got your crown. And now I took something that's near and dear to you, that Southern title. You ain't got nothing left, hillbilly. Now you don't know what you done got yourself into. Because, see, I ain't beginning to get started yet, you understand? I have not even opened up my can of kick butt. So let me tell you something right now. Let me just lay this on you right now. You see, taking something from people like you is nothing new to me. I used to wake up out of the projects and go to school and slap somebody like you upside the head to get my lunch money. And it looked like I'm still slapping somebody like Jerry Lawler upside his head because I got it all, baby. I am what's happening.
Well, you got the first little battle. You got the title. But, friend, it's not going to be easy to keep it, and I hope you don't think it's going to be.
Hey, let me tell you something right now, brother. When it's too much for that redneck, that country bumpkin hillbilly hick, it begins to be just right for me, you understand?
Yeah. Well, we'll find that out as time goes
along. Hey, let me tell you something right now, Steve. Last week I came out here, I told you people, I know what all of you want to see, huh? I know you'd like for me to come out. Well, let me tell you something right now. I do a real good job for you. I want all you people to come out and support me and really give me the help out.
Yeah, why don't you go to the ring and stop that stuff?
I'll go out here and I want all you people to really support.
Brickhouse, you got a match coming up in here. We don't need it.
Okay, yes, the boss. I'll get to the ring right now.
Okay, fine. Brickhouse Brown, the new Southern Heavyweight Champion. Dave?
All right. This is going to be a non-title match. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Out of Memphis, Tennessee, at 204 pounds, Ed Maddox. And going against him, at 225 from Miami, Florida, Brickhouse Brown. One fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Bell time is sounded. Ed Maddox meeting Brickhouse head on, but not for long.
Ed Maddox, an underdog in the match, no doubt about it, as he comes in here, but oh, what a suplex. Brickhouse put a move on him, let me tell you. Got around beside him and just used Ed's own weight and took him right back into the mat.
Brickhouse is not only powerful, he spent a lot of time in the gym building those muscles up, but he is quick, Dave. Boy, I'll tell you, that's been the most impressive thing I've seen about him. He is very fast.
He's working on Ed Maddox. Maddox now back up on his feet, helped on his feet by Brickhouse. Brickhouse helped him into the ropes and hit him with the upper arm coming off there. Look at him get in the air. He dropped down with the other fist doubled up when he hit him in the head. Ed Maddox not having any luck so far against Brickhouse Brown. Look out, here he comes. He's flying through the air.
In the middle of that ring. Huh?
Maddox trying to battle back. Brickhouse with a headbutt. Down to the mat, Ed Maddox.
Brickhouse doing his own commentary as he goes through the match with Ed Maddox in here instead of getting in there and just wrestling. Brickhouse Brown totally dominating the action with Ed Maddox. He was, of course, the favorite. Oh, boy, he turned him over.
He didn't just clothesline him. He let him have it with that right hand. Here's a cover, 2, and a very confident 3 count for Brickhouse Brown. 1 minute 49 seconds the time on it, and Brickhouse, as you said, the word is dominate. He dominated that match.
Little showboat by the new Southern heavyweight champion, Brickhouse Brown, as he came out victorious over Ed Maddox, and no surprise. Well, what was that time again?
Minute 49 seconds.
Well, Brickhouse has yet to see the final day of that Southern heavyweight title. I can say that with all the confidence in the world. And here comes the guy that he took it from. He's inviting Brickhouse, step back up in the ring. We'll take care of our business right here and now. I'm talking about, obviously, the King. And the crowd saying, oh, yeah, go get him. Stunning shock when the King lost the crown, no question about it. Lawler hops up on the edge of the ring and says, be my guest, any way you want it. Brickhouse standing over at the exit. And he finally disappears from the studio area, but not so with the King. Well, he's making the most of it. Came out here with your music playing, Jerry.
Yeah, you know, what's the old saying, Lance, that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Right. He wants to stand out here and talk about how much, you know, what or how little he thinks of me, the King. Well, obviously, he thinks a great deal of it. Obviously, I'm his idol. I'm his hero or something, because obviously he wants to be just like me, doesn't he?
Sure looks that way.
Well, let me tell you something, Brickhouse Brown. I didn't get to hear all of your interview. I don't know if you really got down to the meat of what this match that's coming up is going to be all about. But it's true right now, you do have the crown, and you did get that belt last week. And if you remember, Lance, the stipulations were, he came to the promotion and he said, I want to add one little stipulation to this. I want to shine Lawler's shoes if I lose this match.
That's right. He said that.
Yeah, well, he knew in the back of his mind that he had a lot of help back in that dressing room of his, and he told everybody back there, as soon as you see Lawler get me down, you come to the ring. And they did, brother. He had all the help he needed, and he walked out of there with the belt. Well, this week, he went back to the promotion again, and he said, if Lawler can't beat me for this belt, then I want him to shine my shoes. So that's the stipulation of the match that I agreed to. But just like you had some help last week, Brickhouse Brown, I'm not a fool. I'm not going to go into that ring knowing that you're going to have all of these jerks in your dressing room back there watching that match. So I talked to Eddie Martin. I said, look, let's get a referee in that match. Special referee, somebody that you just can't get knocked around quite so easily, you know. Somebody that can't get knocked down and get out of the picture there, where somebody can come down from the dressing room and help Brickhouse. Because if I'm going to shine anybody's shoes, it's going to be mine, Brickhouse, not yours, I can assure you that. Because the special referee in this match is going to be Big Bubba. Now, I don't know if they told you that or not.
I don't think he knows
I don't think he knows that, but I'll tell you this, Brickhouse, I don't care if you hit those ropes and come off at 100 miles an hour or come off the top rope or do whatever you think you're big enough to do. You're not going to knock Big Bubba down. He's going to be in there for one reason, and that's to count the shoulders. And if you're man enough to get mine down for the count of 3, then that's fine. I will shine your shoes. But I don't think you're man enough on your best day, and I'm going to prove it to you when I get to the...
Oh, yeah, that's why I told Brickhouse it isn't over, my friend. Not yet by a long shot. The King with his comments about it. More action coming up in just one moment. Oh, yeah, Evansville, get ready. Wednesday night, that Coliseum is going to be bubbling over, my friend, because, I mean, there's some double-odd action you won't forget. Lawler and Brickhouse in a main event that we'll be telling you about a little bit later on. And I got to also tell you that the U.S. Tag Team Champions, Steve Kern and Ron Simmons, will be right in Evansville to defend those titles against the Nasty Boy.
Evansville.
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 Yes, sir.
Do you know how stupid you gotta be to sit on a tractor for 9 hours? You gotta have a frontal lobotomy, man. You gotta be crazy. You dumb farmers don't know how much of a privilege it is to see the Nasty Boys live in Technicolor. You better kiss our feet when we come into that ring.
You remember you're going for the U.S.
We don't care what we're going for. We're just going to destroy them, and that's all that's to it, because we are class, and we are flag of the AWA, and we have it all.
Well, I don't think they've ever seen Steve Kern in action. Downtown Bruno has. You got enough of your own problems. Be careful.
You know what? I don't have no problems. I got the Moondogs against Jeff Jarrett and Big Bubba. Let me tell you something. The Moondogs are the craziest and the baddest and the wildest tag team in professional wrestling. Here's Jeff Jarrett, a little goofball, and Big Bubba, a big pig. Ain't no problem there. And prime time is going to be there in Evansville, Indiana, and they speak for themselves, Lance Russell.
Well, I know they speak for themselves.
You know, Lance Russell, there's 3 things wrong with Dundee and Johnson.
Back.
Yeah, Pat, 3 things wrong with Dundee and Johnson now. 1, they're washed up. We give them chance after chance. They couldn't beat us. So then, of course, George Barnes had to hit Pat Tanaka with the chair for them to win. 2, they're yellow belly cowards. We asked for a rematch. What do they say? Oh, no, you can't have a rematch. And 3, they're very, very stupid. We asked for a martial arts match, and they agreed. Do you know what we got on our team? Look right here. The man himself, Pat Tanaka.
That's right.
Yeah, everybody thinks that Bruce Lee trained me. He didn't. I did. I trained Bruce Lee.
Oh.
You remember that.
Yeah, okay.
And when you step in the ring, Johnson, remember.
Okay, we right now have a videotape of a tag team match that took place between Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond, Bill Dundee and Rocky Johnson. It took place in the Mid-South Coliseum in Memphis, Tennessee. The end of this match, people will get a chance to see hot-tempered Aussie George Barnes out there. You've got to stay tuned and see all of this. Let's take a look at the highlights on it. Big backdrop. Dundee down. Here's Rocky Johnson. Fired into the ring. Remember, this is a no disqualification match. Dundee and Johnson going after Diamond and Tanaka. Billy had him covered, but the referee's out here with Johnson and Diamond. As downtown Bruno nails Dundee and Barnes comes after him. George puts the atomic knee on Bruno, throws him over the fence. Tanaka misses Dundee. Johnson and Diamond on the outside. George Barnes comes up with a chair. And nails Tanaka in the head. Barnes grabs the referee, throws him in. 1, 2, 3, and they got it. 9 minutes, 28 seconds. We have new international tag champions. Bill Dundee and Rocky Johnson with a big assist from George Barnes. between Johnson and George Barnes. Rocky doesn't like any part of George, and the feeling is mutual. Dundee trying to get Barnes back out of it. What a watch. At the moment of their elation for winning the international tag belts, Dundee has a little personal problem between George Barnes and Rocky Johnson. George throws Dundee aside, going after him. Dundee and Barnes have been Aussie pals since childhood. George and Dundee now, and Billy's saying, come on, you guys, let's knock this stuff off. We won the belts, and that's what we came here for. And there's no question that Barnes had a great part of it. Rocky puts his hand out to shake hands with George. And George just turns his back and says, forget it. And Dundee says, hey, come on, Rock. He's a little peculiar. So we've got new international champs, Dundee and Johnson. That was a situation that was kind of unusual in the fact that it took place immediately after this marvelous moment where they win the international tag belts, you know, and so that's the way you got to watch George. That's true. Okay. We're ready for the action to get underway here, and coming in, the superstar and Rocky Johnson. Dave?
All right, this match is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing at a total weight of 453 pounds, out of Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Robertson. And out of Skullbone, Tennessee, Rooster Cogburn. Going against him at a total of 489 from Washington, D.C., Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man. And from Australia, the superstar, Bill Dundee. One fall, 15-minute time limit.
Coming over, we're going to ask him to sit down here. George Barnes, Bill's buddy. Good day, George. I believe that's what Paul Hogan told us all to say. Good day, mate.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something about Paul Hogan. If Paul Hogan was a fair dinkum Aussie, he wouldn't be in America wearing a cowboy hat, some thespian from Australia telling all you silly Americans to come to Australia, because if you want to know what a real Aussie is, if you want to know what a fair dinkum Aussie is, and do you know what fair dinkum means, Lance Russell?
No, I really don't, George.
Fair dinkum means true blue, true grit, true Australian, tough, rough, like Bill Dundee and like George Barnes. That's what a fair dinkum Aussie is. Not Paul Hogan, not some actor with a cowboy hat on. Yeah. So don't get that into your brain. He's a
pretty popular fella, George.
Well, you know, he might be popular with you silly Americans, but he's not too popular with me.
Yeah, I gathered that. Okay, in the ring, Rooster Cogburn and Rocky Johnson. Boy, we've always said rock for a big guy, and you're talking 275. This guy, look at that. He is quick. For a guy that size, he is very quick. That's quite a move for a guy that big. Well, George.
To me, Lance, that is just basic, everyday stuff that you'd learn in the kindergarten. They are holds that we learnt when we were 13 and 14 years of age. When Bill and I were at the gym, when we were kids at school, that is just basic moves. Now, if you want to see some decent moves, some decent holds, you'll wait till Dundee gets in the ring. That's when you'll see some moves.
Wow. Okay. I can understand, of course, you and Bill go back a long way. You're friends from a long way back. You'd be a little partial, but Rocky's no slouch. He's in there now with the much bigger of the two, Keith Robertson. Look at that. Hey, The Rock putting some moves on Keith Robertson.
Very ordinary, very ordinary. You know something, Lance? I was just looking at Rocky Johnson in the ring a week or so ago, and I thought to myself, I wonder what tribe Rocky Johnson comes from. I mean, I saw him get into the ring. Look at that.
beautiful, Billy. Billy, that's beautiful. Did you see that? Now that's wrestling.
Backdrop, yeah, he got a nice backdrop on Keeper. Whoa, boy, he split him out in there. Really ripped him, and there's the superstar.
You know, and I was wondering about Rocky Johnson, about his tribe, because to me, if he had got in the ring with a boomerang, he would have looked just like those Aborigines we've got in Australia that go walkabout. And you know, Mr. Russell, what made me think it was an Aborigine?
No, I don't really know, George.
I really think it was the way that he did a walkabout the other night when they had that title. If he hadn't gone on that walkabout, and I hadn't been man enough to get up there and help my old tag partner, they would not hold these belts today. You know, the real holder of these belts should be Bill Dundee and George Barnes, because it was Bill Dundee and George Barnes that won that match, not Rocky Johnson and Bill Dundee.
Well, George, you certainly were a man who was on the spot at the right time, and I don't think anybody denies that, but Rocky Johnson is no slouch in himself, and I think Bill will tell you personally, if he hasn't already, what is this with you and Rocky? You look like you're trying to pick a fight or some way.
I'm not trying to pick a fight at all. All I'm saying is the man just doesn't have what it takes.
Look at that! What a drop kick!
He just doesn't have what it takes. To me, he's just an ordinary wrestler.
Nothing ordinary about that. A super drop kick and a pin, and Rocky Johnson, Bill Dundee, come out victorious over Cogburn and Robertson. They are the international tag champs, and they came through with a great victory. You heard some comments, some commentary from George Barnes from the land down under in Australia. There they are. Going back to the dressing room, George, well, it's been real having you here as he goes walking off. We're going to take time out. We'll be back. He has got to be an unusual son of a gun, I'll tell you that. Whoa, George Barnes. We'll take time out. We'll be back in just a moment. Where are you going to be? By golly, if you're around Owensboro, you're going to be at the Sports Center when Championship Wrestling comes into Owensboro Thursday, July the 23rd. Now, let's take a look at Wednesday night. Evansville, son of a gun, I love this card. George Barnes opens up against Rooster Cogburn. A Southern Tag title with Billy Travis and Mark Starr facing Don Bass and the Clone 328. A U.S. Tag Championship match when Steve Kern and his partner Ron Simmons defend against the Nasty Boys. And then the martial arts match where Diamond and Tanaka will be facing Rocky Johnson and Bill Dundee. A grudge match with the Moondogs going against Jeff Jarrett and Big Bubba. And the final bout, Brickhouse Brown, Jerry the King Lawler. And this will be a Southern title match with the title and the crown going against Lawler's agreeing to shine Brickhouse's shoes should he lose the match. That's all coming up Wednesday night right there in Evansville. This ought to be a pretty doggone good scrap. George came to America to be Dundee's partner, but of course Bill was involved with Rocky Johnson, who's been an old friend of his for quite some time too. We're going to see George in action right now, Dave.
George's got a partner in Randy Bryant. Randy out of Bartlett, Tennessee. George Barnes, of course, from Australia. They win at a total of 480 pounds. Across the way, at a total of 434 in the ring from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, that's Paul Diamond. As the match gets underway, his partner from Hawaii, Pat Tanaka, and downtown Bruno is in their corner. Diamond throwing Randy Bryant out of the ring immediately. Tanaka down on the floor. Look at the chop he put on it.
Tanaka with a couple of vicious chops right away before really the bell rope was in motion, but Paul Diamond zipped over there, takes the head of Randy Bryant right off.
Prime time, baby. The champions, right? The champions. They're always going to be the champions. Mama says it be that way sometimes. They're always going to be the champions. I'm going to tell you something. I don't care about... Yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't care about Big Bubba. I don't care about Jeff Jarrett. I don't care about Rocky Johnson, Bill Dundee, George Burns over there. Where's his cigar? You know what I mean? George Burns. Where's Tracy Allen at, huh? Oh, yeah, baby. I'm going to go look today because I got my prime time in the ring. ring. I got my champions in the ring, and they make me happy, Lance Russell. And you sit here, you're the best-looking manager of professional wrestling, the Shark Wrestling.
Well, you are dressed up rather sharp today.
Hey, wear a change. This ain't my style, Steve. I'm Street People, brother. Street People USA. 42 Kane Boulevard, brother. See, I'm sorry to show you that I can dress up if I want to. What do you think? Brand new gloves. I shaved my beard tonight. I got a suit on, baby.
Got a hat on. Oh, yeah.
Brand new hat, see. But I don't like dressing like this because street people don't dress like this, see. I'd rather be hanging around a lower broad or whatever because that's my style, brother. Not like this. But I thought I'd show you class. I got be quiet. I got more class than Jerry Waller and Jeff Jarrett and the rest of them any day of the week if I want to. I cannot trust them on a rainstorm and holy holiday, brother. Mama says it bees that way sometimes.
They are killing Randy Bryan. Oh.
I'll tell you what, Randy Bryan, he's looking up, brother. He's been looking up at the ceiling, counting the lights, brother, because there's not a heck of a lot
He needs to tag George right now and get the Australian in there. Look at that.
What is George going to do? George just an old comedian, see, it's not on a Bob Hope special fight. Is that who he is? Huh?
No, you got the names wrong. Now, there's that big back kick. He got him.
Oh, yeah.
Showing his martial arts ability. Count of 1, count of 2, and 3. And that is it. Paul Diamond, Pat Tanaka.
2 minutes, 20 seconds. Oh, look at Barnes.
He never got in the ring.
No, he was never in the match.
He got in once, and the referee ran him back out of there, and the referee kept him out of there, and he never got at it. Now Barnes is over. He is chewing out Randy Bryan, who just took quite a beating from Paul Diamond and Pat. Oh, no. Come on, George. Here comes Bill Dundee.
Look at him. Look at him. He just laid there. He tried real hard and nothing.
Out there. Pounding on Randy Bryan. Billy! Come here a second, will you please? He comes up and then he turns around and slaps Randy Bryan in the face in there, Bill. I got to tell you, George is creating a little too much stir in here. What is it with him? You get up and slap your partner in there for crying out loud.
Just relax. He tried real hard. He's only a boy. We had to start somewhere. That's the reason he's only a boy. Bill, he's only a boy. If it had been you and me in there, we'd be walking out with our hands up. We wouldn't be going back. I wouldn't be going back with a loss.
Well, just relax. It will be. But Rocky and I, as the tag team champions, we're going to defend them belts. It will be. I promise you.
Rocky and you. Rocky and you. It's always Rocky and you. You and that man Dingo. What's the matter with you, Pam?
Hey, will you tell me?
What is it with you, Pam? Whatever happened to us? What happened to us? You guys are there. What happened to us? What happened to us? I told you before, my name's not Mandingo. My name's Rocky. And anytime you feel froggy, brother, and you want to leap on, you jump on. But you remember, I'm Rocky, not Mandingo.
Please,
Come on now, yeah.
I'll tell you what, we're the champions. I like to keep it that way. We're friends.
Right.
Now, I can't take your goofy friend.
He ain't goofy.
He is goofy. He's goofy. He's just plain goofy, and I can't take him. And I tell you one more time, anytime you want a piece, brother, jump on.
Rock, please.
Okay, Rock.
For you. But he's still goofy.
No question, you got a little problem, Bill. George Barnes now getting on Bill Dundee about Rocky. Bill's trying to get him to cool off there as he wants to fight. It doesn't make any difference who he fights. It's just so he's fighting. I'm telling you one thing. This guy, he is something else, that George Barnes in there. Bill has got his problem. He's caught in the middle between the two of them, yeah, because he's a longtime friend with Rocky Johnson and, of course, goes back to childhood friend with George Barnes, and Barnes hot because he's not wrestling with Billy. Glad it's his problem, not mine. Well, here it is, Dave. We said one more time we're going to give him one more chance. Singing Cowboy Don Bass has sent in another musical video of Don, and we said, okay, we're going to give you a chance to prove your talent, and here he is, the singing Cowboy Don Bass.
Hello, Lance. As you can see right here, I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, down here on Beale Street, USA, right in front of the W.C. Handy, the father of blues and the home of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. As you know, all of them had a big impact on music, but none of them are going to have the impact that old Donnie Bass is, this old singing cowboy, because I'm going to play you my greatest hit right now, baby.
He comes out with a great classic like Bobby Bear's Detroit City. Hey, come on, Don. Listen, you're the guy. Come on. What do you mean sending in Bobby Bear?
Third week in a row, boy, you cut my tape off. And I'm getting mad. I'm getting good mad.
All right. Hey. Come on now.
I'm tired of you cutting my tapes off, boy. My fans want to hear me sing. And from now on, you better not cut them off.
I'd love to hear you sing. Not Bobby Bear singing Detroit City in there. What do you keep sending in things with Bobby Bear now? You talking about singing?
Shut up, Lance Russell. Let me talk. Listen here, buddy. I want to tell you one thing, son. Since what you did, since you're nobody, I'd beat your brains out, but since you're nobody, boy, from now on, when I get in a ring with a wrestler, I'm going to beat his brains out, just on account of what you did. It's going to be on your shoulder, buddy boy. I'm going to take him, I'm going to beat his brains out.
Yeah, well, hey, don't be sending in any more things supposed to be you coming out here. Everybody, good night. Here's a classic, for crying out loud, that everybody in the world knows. And he sends in Bobby Bear's Detroit City and says that's me singing in there. Not a person in here believes that it was Don Bass singing, I can tell you. Well, we got a big match coming up. Before we do, coming in, oh, no. Boy, we have had our problems. George Barnes, crazy Don Bass and his stuff, and now Bruno bringing out the Moondogs, and the newest one, Spike, who is dragging Bruno all over the place on the end of that chain. He starts through the ropes, and Bruno will have to go with him because he can't stop him. Spike and Spike.
This is the run of the litter, baby. That's one of the toughest. That's Moondog Spike, baby. Now they got Moondog Spike there with Moondog Spike. You can't get no tougher than that. You can't get no better than that. The greatest tag team in professional wrestling. The toughest tag team in professional wrestling.
Well, take him away to the ring. That would be fine. Well, hey, come on, Bruno. Pull him out of here. Put him back in his cage, for crying out loud. Oh, man, oh, man. Talking about Mama said it'd be that way. My mama said there's going to be days like this.
This is it.
Yeah.
One fall, 15-minute time limit match just getting underway. It's the Moondogs, Moondog Spot, and Moondog Spike with downtown Bruno in their corner against Rudy Diamond, 250 out of Boston, and the Freezer, William Thompson, 270 out of Arkansas.
Let me tell you something, see. You're talking about your
fighting him, Bruno.
It don't matter. Let me tell you something. You're talking about the refrigerator man, see. Well, look at the Moondog. That ain't the refrigerator man, see. That's deep freeze.
Rudy Diamond, his first appearance here with us. He's standing on the apron, and boy, going against these guys, that's a good place to be, is outside the ring. Here comes Spot. Wheels the Freezer in, flips him across. Oh, and a big broad arm. As William Thompson ran into a buzzsaw in these Moondogs. He started out with Spike. Did you see him pick him up and slam him?
270 pounds worth of body slam.
Dropping down with a big knee. 2, 3. He got him. And that's all there was to that. As the Moondogs, entirely too much. Look out with that chair.
That match officially lasted 1 minute even. The Moondogs get the win after boy, what a body slam Moondog Spot put on the Freezer, William Thompson. From that point on, it was just a count of 3 and all over. Never got a good look at Freezer's partner. Bruno trying to corral Spike.
Bruno's over, jumps on his back, trying to get him corralled in there. What a weird one he is. Talking about nobody home in those eyes, man. Look at him.
Take him out the other way, please.
Spot and Spike, the Moondogs, downtown Bruno, trying to get him headed in the right direction. Let's hope so. We'll take time out. We're going to be back. We've got plenty more action coming up. We'll see Jeff Jarrett and Phil Hickerson tangle in a great single in just a moment. Quite a single match coming up here in just a moment. Phil Hickerson, Jeff Jarrett ought to be a dandy. And you hear the music. That is Mid-America heavyweight title holder Jeff Jarrett and his big sidekick, Big Bubba. Jeff, my boy. Bubba. And I'll tell you one thing. We're loving the action with you two guys together.
Well, let me tell you something. I come out here, I want to talk about something here, and that's the match that we had with the Moondogs. You know, downtown Bruno brought in this new Moondog Spike, and they brought in the Moondogs for the sole purpose of getting Jeff and myself out of the wrestling profession. Well, let me tell you something. As the people on TV, and you can see, we're both still here.
Yes, you are, as a matter of fact. He is a little crazy, though.
Now, I'm not saying anything bad about these guys. They're both wild, crazy, rough, and tough. But let me explain something to you. Jeff or myself, neither one of us are going to back down from anybody inside the square circle out here. And that's the thing I want to make perfectly clear. And we're looking forward to getting them back inside that ring.
That's right, Bubba.
They haven't scared you off one bit. Hey, Jeff, you won this doggone Mid-America title back, partner. And I got to tell you, that was an accomplishment to go after it and get it. You, of course, know there's going to be a lot of guys taking interest in it. You found that out already.
I appreciate the compliment, Lance. And I bet you're wondering why I carried the belt out here today, because me and Bubba are in a tag match, and I'm wrestling in tag matches with Bubba. But also, like I said before, I've told the people, I've told you, Lance, I've told the people at home, I'm not going to put this belt in my closet and just shine it up every now and then. I'm going to defend it every night. I've asked the promoters to put me in any kind of tag match, any kind of single match to defend this belt, but I can't wait to get my hands on the Moondogs. It's a return challenge, and like we said before, we're not backing down. If they want to bring a chair, we'll bring a chair. It doesn't matter. We'll fight all over the building, but I guarantee you, I couldn't ask for a bigger partner or a better one.
Well, you got to look out. Hey, you got a big one coming up right now, Jeff. Man, I'll tell you, talking about challengers, woo, this isn't a title match, but anytime you look down there and happen to see that across the way your opponent is going to be Phil Hickerson, you can better believe you have double-odd trouble. And here he comes, the roughneck from Jackson, Tennessee, Big Phil. David?
Phil weighs in at 279 pounds. Jeff Jarrett out of Nashville at 201. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. And Jerry Calhoun, the referee. Jeff Jarrett. Oh, boy. A couple of shots from that right arm for Big Phil Hickerson. Phil is a vicious wrestler. I mean, he goes in there like a mad dog, just right after his opponent. Wastes no time getting started. Backbreaker on Jeff. He's got a cover. Count is 2. Jeff able to break out of it at the 2 count. Boy, when you got a 279-pound cover, I didn't know if Jeff's going to be able to break that one or not.
Fortunately, his athletic powers really help him out as he's given away plenty of weight to Hickerson. It's nothing new for him, and look at him pound away on Big Phil. Phil wanted to get rough. Jefferson ready to get it right back at him. The clothesline puts Phil down, but Hickerson didn't take him long to shake Jeff off into an arm bar.
Phil Hickerson reached his hand. I think he got Jeff in the eyes. Follows with a forearm smash. Boy, this guy's powerful.
Yeah, he really is. And as you mentioned, when he comes out to hurt you.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, that's a lifestyle with Phil. He puts an elbow up there that knocks the feet right out from under Jeff Jarrett. Whips him across. Misses with a big elbow. That's a great drop kick. A beauty. Boy, that drop kick.
Look out. Moondogs attacking Jeff Jarrett. Bruno sends him in here. This match is going to end in disqualification. Look at it. They got the dog collar on Jeff Jarrett. Moondog spot. With the dog collar on Jeff. Phil Hickerson leaves the area. He's lost by disqualification here.
isn't the first one Phil's lost by disqualification, but he was a little hacked off that I think he ended up losing that one when he had a chance to beat Jeff Jarrett right here on television. He felt like, oh, man.
Goodness.
Hey, 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 hey!
That's going to get rid of the Moondogs and Bruno.
Big Bubba comes out, and I'll tell you, that'll pull an end to a lot of arguments in there when Bubba comes walking into the room.
Boy,
Moondogs and Bruno took off. Time again, Dave?
Time, 1:44 seconds. Jeff wins it by DQ.
1:44. We'll take time out while Big Bubba is ministering to Jeff over there. We'll be back in just a moment. Evansville, what a night you got coming up Wednesday night. I'll tell you what. Hey, before we get to Jeff and Bubba, let me remind you there's not only going to be the big main event where Jerry Lawler and Brickhouse Brown get it on in there, there will be a U.S. tag title defense when Steve Kern and Ron Simmons defend against the Nasty Boys. The Moondogs, crazy as they are, will be in the ring with Jeff Jarrett and Big Bubba.
Well, I'll tell you, Lance, these Moondogs are real rough and tough, and they attack Jeff from behind in the middle of a wrestling match. Well, let me explain something to you, Moondogs. The next time you're in the ring with me and Jeff, it's going to be looking right across at us, and I hope you're prepared because it's going to be face-to-face this time.
That's right, Bubba. Lance said it all. It's going to be on 2-on-2 this time. It's not going to be 2-on-1. And let me tell you something, Moondogs. I'm not going to get out there and holler and scream. I'm just going to settle the problem in the ring right there in Evansville.
Hey, a match that's coming up also is a martial arts match with Diamond and Tanaka and Dundee and Johnson. Now, this Tanaka, you got to give him credit. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. And his manager's supposed to know what he's doing, but if you read the fine print, Daddy, it's a kind of change just from the martial arts, because Eddie Marlin said this could happen. I'm going to have this chain because Diamond likes to run away, so you can't run away, punk. You're going to be on the other end of it, and the superstar going to be on the other end, Jack, and I'm going to beat your brains out. Then when it comes to fighting, boxing, loving, dancing, there ain't nobody does nothing better than this, brother, so tell him so, man.
That's right, Bill, and I'm not going to sell Diamond short. I know he's very good in martial arts, but he forgot one thing. I think the whole wrestling world knows, Lance, I know how to use these a little bit, maybe quite a bit. So, hey, you can put on all your karate gear, brother, and you can bring it on in and do your kickboxing, and all I got to do is get that right hand in, because the big right hand might send you to the promised land.
Hey, and this is all
in the ring at the same time. All four in the ring at the same time, brother.
Woo! What a while. George Barnes will be in Evansville also. He's got a bout coming up.
Mr. Russell, there's something that's got me puzzled about this match. Shouldn't Rocky Johnson have that chain around him? Because him and he's kind of more used to having chains around them.
George, we'll be seeing Evansville Wednesday. Music signifies we've got a brand new team starting out this way, David.
Yeah, the Nasty Boys. They're big. I've seen them.
Yowza. Well, they are, in fact, making their appearance, and the Nasty Boys coming out to make their very first appearance right here on our championship wrestling. They wrestle out of Pennsylvania. Get you right over here, gentlemen, please, on this side. There we go. The Nasty Boys. Brian Knobs and Jerry Sang. And you guys are from where, Sang?
We're from everywhere. All the cities. It's none of your business anyway.
You're one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, we want to tell all the people down south, let me tell you one thing. We came from the AWA, all right?
All over the world.
All over the world. We're coming from the AWA because they said we have to have this belt and that belt to take on some contenders. The Russians up there. But we're coming down there to show the South something. Some flash and some class. And that's what this place needs. That's for sure.
All the opening comments from the Nasty Boys.
Oh, you know, something that makes me sick around here. I see all these brain-dead morons sitting around playing guitar. I'm talking about country western music. That's the first thing that's got to go when we're here. I hate country western music. I hate you.
I'm sorry about that.
The second thing that's going to happen is we're going to make these sickly tag teams. We're going to put them to shame around here. And the third thing, we're taking over Elvis's mansion. Before all them other Parsleys or whatever their name is, Parsleys, Presleys, get fat and croak off too. We're coming in, we're moving in.
Let's go.
That's quite enough for openers from the Nasty Boy. We're ready for their match, Dave.
Oh, I see how they got their name, huh? The Nasty Boys, Brian Knobs, Jerry Sag. They say they're from everywhere. They're officially out of Stiles, Pennsylvania. They have a total weight of 568 pounds. And they're going against, out of Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. And from Minneapolis, Minnesota, John Paul. They have a total weight of 456 pounds. Expiration of time match. Jerry Calhoun, the referee. And we're just about set to get underway.
Boy, what a whale of a finisher we've got here today, too. I've heard about these guys. I've never seen them in action, but I have seen Billy Travis and John Paul in action individually, and I know what they can put out. Bell time, and we're off and running.
Well, let's see which one of the Nasty Boys is going to be starting here. It looks like Billy Travis will start for his team. Well, I don't know. Like everybody's in the ring. Nasty Boys jump Billy Travis and John Paul and throw them out of the ring, both of them. Yeah, they're feeling real good. It's just gotta have one in there, though.
What kind of weight did they give you on these guys? These guys are pro.
Hey, look, John Paul and Billy show them they can move in the wrestling ring, too, with a couple of drop kicks, and the Nasty Boys are down on the floor. They weigh a total of 568. Brian Knobs at 293. Jerry Sag at 275.
They are big fellas. No question about that.
They had a little conference down here on the floor. You know, maybe they took these guys too lightly. They were insulting folks in this area. Maybe that drop kick showed them that this is not going to be a pushover match. You're going against a couple of good wrestlers in John Paul, and that's what John is showing Brian Knobs right now.
Couple of reversals, and now John Paul goes behind with that hammerlock, staying out of harm's way, but not for all that long, as Brian Knobs reverses it on him and steps now through the ropes. John Paul backing up. Brian Knobs.
He's calling for help. Jerry Sag jumps in there. Oh. Knee to the midsection. They've got John Paul back in the corner back there.
He's making him a part of the corner. He was mashing that right into those turnbuckles. Knobs puts him into Sag's foot. Tag on Jerry Sag. John Paul taking the brunt of the nastiness from the Nasty Boys. All right. Shoots back with a couple of rights, but Jerry Sag keeps rolling that arm over.
Nasty Boys make the tag, and they double up on John Paul. He had his arm down on the mat, and Brian Knobs just dropped right on it. John Paul needs tag on Billy Travis, but the Nasty Boys are intent on keeping him away from that corner. Time winding down, becoming a factor here in the match. Remember, it is expiration of time. We're in the first fall of action, and about 3 minutes, 15 seconds have expired so far. Drop off the middle rope. Jerry Sag of the Nasty Boys against John Paul. John Paul has been in there the whole match. Billy hasn't been in officially, I don't think. I don't recall him being in there.
Before the bell sounded, they jumped Billy and John Paul right off the bat, just before the bell sounded, and that's the only time really Billy has been in there.
John Paul has the arm barred. He's got Jerry Sag on the mat, but Jerry is able to reach and make the tag. And Brian Knobs, the bigger of the two Nasty Boys, is in there. He grabs John Paul, backs into the ropes, fires him across into the ropes, and then hit him with the upper arm as he came off of there. We got about a minute to go. Billy Travis leading in and gets the tag. Here comes Travis. He's been watching this whole thing, and he is ready to go after Jerry Sag, and Brian Knobs over in the corner. Oh, hop Sag with a right fist right under the chin. They're all in there.
Got all four of them going, but the referee sends Billy out of there. There goes Knobs out on the floor. Jerry Sag being assaulted. He's down as Travis tries to fight his way in. Knobs chops on John Paul, and it looks like that we're going to get a victory here between the two of them. Yes, sir. John Paul caught from behind, and he was counted out. 1, 2, 3. So the winners of this fall will be the Nasty Boys.
4:53 the time on it.
4 minutes, 53 seconds. We'll take time out, check our clocks, and we'll be back in a moment.